And now, Brandon Thick Boy Schaub.
Yeah, Monday morning, January. What is it, Chin? You got the arrow over it.
13.
13. It's not Friday 13th. Although 2025 feels like every day is Friday 13th. It's been a tough 2025 for a lot of people out there, man. LA is on fire, and the studio was shut down, since Wednesday. Shut down Wednesday morning. Obviously, the fires were very close to the fires. A little too close. It's just been chaos, straight up chaos. We had to evacuate they did mandatory evacuations on Thursday where I'm at, but we got out Wednesday night because I knew, here's what you don't want to do. You don't want to wait for the government, especially in California, the fucking idiots here. You don't want them to be like, oh yeah, get out now, because then it's too late. You see what happened to the people in the Palisades. We're like, make sure you leave now, and it's pure chaos, and people lost their lives and homes and shit. So I'm definitely not relying on our political figures and the idiots who run this state to make sure my family's safe. So we actually got out on Wednesday. The alarming thing was we're right by the fires, but probably the major fires about 5 miles from us, 5.5. So you can see all the smoke out the backyard, but it didn't cross the ridge yet, especially on Wednesday. So Wednesday night, Donnie, dude.
He has so much energy right now.
Yeah, he does.
You want me to put him with Mark?
Yeah.
Jeez, dude.
He's got the zoomies.
Yep. Come on, Donnie. There we go. So Wednesday night, our power gets. I should say Wednesday, like early, late afternoon, our power gets shut off. Which they do that, right? Because all the power lines here, heaven forbid, they should bury them. A whole different story. But all the power lines, they shut off all the power because that caused a lot of fires, right, with the wind. So our power gets shut off where we're at, which isn't ideal when you have an infant. You know, they need certain things that involve electricity. Bossy T are fine. But for me, when the power gets shut off, I know this sounds stupid if you're not a fish guy, but my fish.
Oh, yeah. How do you think about that?
I have big tanks, and they need heat, and they can survive for a few days out the heat because it's not that cold here, but it is the winter. But it's not that cold, so without the heat, they're okay. The issue is the oxygen. So I was able to run. I have, for this reason, because there's fires out here all the time. Your power gets shut off. So I have battery operated oxygen devices that can run on it. And they run off those big thick boys, those thick boy double Ds or whatever the fuck they're called. Those big,
Ds, yeah.
like short fat dick batteries. So it runs off those. But those last maybe 6 hours. So I'm like, man, these fires, it's only getting worse. The wind's picking up. So I got to get a generator just to keep my fish alive. Family, we're fine. My mother-in-law is out of the fire zone. So I dropped the family off. And then I came back to deal with the fish. Yeah, I know people are like, oh, they're just stupid fish. Yeah, it's tough. Man. My arowanas, I've had them since they were literally this big. And they're like this now. And those are my babies. I was like, oh, you never talk about fish anymore. I don't talk about I'm firing the kid because Callan could give 2 fucks. Same reason I don't talk about trucks and fighting for the most part on there. He's just not, it's not his thing. So there's nowhere to go if I bring it up. So, yeah, that's why you don't see me talking about that on there. But, yeah, love my balls deep in fish still. My arowanas, I can't. Like, some of the Oscars and stuff, I would be heartbroken if they passed away. But the arowanas, I'm like, I can't replace those, man. I can't. So, when people are grabbing valuables when the house is on fire, I'm kind of fucked because I can't grab those arowanas. They're literally like this, dude. I've had them since they were like this. They're my favorite, So I went and got a generator. And have you ever seen those videos on Black Fridays like 10 years ago at Best Buy when there was like a flat screen TV and people are like getting stabbed in the neck for them? That's what it was like at Harbor Freight for generators. It was wild. It was survival of the fittest. And your boys fit, and I got one. There's a line of 40 people, and there's about 8 fucking Jenny's left, and your boy got one. It was a beast, dude. You had to steal from some fat chick. I'm like, it's either, you're using this to power up your snacks. I'm using it to keep fish alive, dude. I think I win this one. Dude, it was like, it's the Walking Dead around here. It's the Walking Dead around here. The winds are picking up till like late Wednesday. Where I'm at, they put down the retardant, heavy on the retard. They put down the retardant, and it's supposed to prevent it from coming this way. The only reason why our house and our area isn't up in flames, the entire valley's not up in flames, is because the Santa Ana winds always run towards the ocean. So that's why you see the Palisades, Malibu, that burns down so fast because Santa Ana winds are going, it starts above them and then flies the fuck down to the ocean. That's why it's so bad over there. The other ones, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sure we're talking about finding the kid, some arson. Some of this is man-made. Some of it's nature. All this, you're never going to prevent fires in California. It's just what you sign up for living here. Ask the insurance company. You're never going to prevent it, but you can be prepared when you have billions of dollars donated to it. And you have reservoirs and fire department that you defund. So it's very frustrating. I'd be lying if I didn't say this is the hardest I've ever thought about leaving California. I'm fucking sick of it, man. It's ran by complete morons. It's not, well, it is some of the people in California because you voted for this. So the DI, all that bullshit, it's just because the people here got too comfortable. Oh, yeah, we can hire this female lesbian head of the fire department. It's not a big deal. We're okay. We're not okay. She's not equipped for the fucking job. And you people that voted, your house burnt down. You happy that you get this lesbian running things? But DI, she got hired. Are you happy? So you're going to see a change here because so you guys know that Palisades, all that's the woke blue idiots, the rich elite. So I know you don't feel too sorry for them because they are rich and they're going to be okay. I understand that. But those are the idiots that put these politicians in place. You're going to see a change because they're going to be like, oh my God, we fucked up. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Because that school that you wanted the DI and your kid to feel safe so he can say he feels like a fucking cat, that room, that's burnt down now. So they don't even have that. You fucking morons. That's how this goes. This isn't a left or right thing. This is a fucking competence thing. That's all this is. So, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. But like I said, never been more tempted to get the fuck out of here. It's ran by straight morons that take no responsibility. Do you see any of them taking responsibility? Newsom went to the fires and was like, yeah, it's up to locals to figure it out. Karen Bass? Yeah, I don't know. You know the fire spread so much because they didn't have the power to create the evacuation orders in time and to put the resources in time because she was gone in Ghana or some shit. That's what you're dealing with. Oh, but she's a lesbian black mayor, governor. Oh, it's cool, right? That's cool. Your house is gone. She gonna help you? And all these people I mentioned, Newsom, the head of the fucking fire station, all that, the chief, all that, these elites, Newsom, all these people, Bass, all these fucking morons, they're fine. This doesn't affect them in any facet. Her house is fine. Newsom's house is fine. His winery, fine. Has water. They're all good. You're not. And yet you still champion these fucking morons to do the job, to represent you. They don't give a flying fuck about you. It's wild, dude. How long are we going to do it? How long are we going to put up with it? How long? What else has to happen? What other excuse you need? Climate change. Sure, if that's the narrative you want to run on, We still should have enough water in California. The fire hydrants didn't even have fucking water. There's giant reservoirs here. They emptied the reservoirs. All the water in California, we have enough water here that we could supply the entire fucking... LA's so big. That's the other thing. LA's so big. We have enough water. The issue is the pistachios and the almonds. That takes all our fucking water. There's a $10 billion budget 20 years ago that was supposed to be executed to help all this stuff. None of that went to this. The fire prevention, none of it. I'm not a politician. I'm a moron with CT. Even I know fires are going to happen in California. You have to do something to prevent them. They did nothing. This is what you voted for. Again, they don't give a fuck. Now they're going to seem like it. It's fucking horrible conditions here. All this is they knew this was going to happen. They allocated no resources. They defunded the fire department. The chief of the fire department is talking about this big lesbian. Again, I don't give a fuck. If that's the best for the job, get her up there. She's clearly not. And she goes, a lot of people are saying, oh, could you carry my husband out of fire? And my response to that is, well, he put himself in that situation. He shouldn't be in that situation. Oh, that's what you're dealing with. At least she's lesbian. You fucking idiots. So see what happens. We'll see what happens. Kiddos didn't have school last week. Tiger still, which is wild, which good for them. But there was a fire in the area where Tiger has his spring rec league at. They had tryouts on Sunday. I thought for sure, like I'm Tiger's football coach, and we're supposed to have a game on Sunday. Practice canceled, football game canceled. It's in Calabasas. I thought for sure tryouts would be canceled. No, dude. No, man. I was like, oh, you know, me and Tiger at the cages. But for young kids, it's scary because you got to imagine our house is here. The Sand Mountains are behind us, and it's just a fucking mushroom cloud of smoke. He practices here. Like when we go to baseball dynamics, when I'm throwing him pitches and he's in off the machines, he's here. So there's been helicopters since Wednesday. I mean, like fucking Vietnam, everywhere around our house, all over, all throughout the night, nonstop. He's 8. Bosti's 5. I'm like, no, let's go hit balls. Focus, dudes. And I was like, there's no way there's tryouts. But just in case, we should still put work in, you know, because you gotta play well, man. You know, you can't be distracted by the fires. So, yeah, they still had him. Shout out to them for getting it done. Tiger did great, man. Tiger did great. Crushed it. With all the shit we're dealing with, made all of it better. Nothing better. Crushed it. So proud of him. Bosty's stoked that we're evacuating because we get to go to live with Grandma and Grandpa. Stoked. Last night, Dad, I want to evacuate. I'm like, no, you don't, dude. He just keeps doing it.
Hilarious.
He's so funny. Whenever we were driving, wherever we're going, he's like, oh, Dad, those clouds, we should evacuate. I'm like, you just want to go to Grandma's, dude. Quit saying evacuate. Quit blaming it on the fires. Go to Grandma's. Because they built forts there, and I was sleeping with them on the ground. Oh, my back was toasty. 3 nights on the ground with those critters. Back was not having it.
I could picture Boston being like, let's evacuate, and we should probably hit the gas station on the way.
Yeah, yeah. Can we go to the gas station? I need to pick up some white chocolate, and then we'll figure it out. And he has this blankie he calls his baby. It's like this blanket with a zipper on it. He's had since he was a baby. He goes everywhere with it. He can't sleep without it. We were evacuating. We had no power, man. I thought for sure he was going to remember it. We get to Grandma's and we walk in. He goes, oh, shit. He goes, oh, shit. I forgot my baby. He goes, Grandpa, do you have anything that would mimic or look like my baby? He's like, definitely don't. He's all, oh. You could tell just like the sheer just despair. He's just like, oh, man. Oh, dude. Like, dude, he was so distraught. He's just like, oh, shit. He's like, Dad, do you think it's going to burn down? I'm like, no, I'm worried about my fish, though, pal. Yeah.
You guys are just the same guy. Like you walk in and you're like, my fish. Ah, shit. And he's like, my baby. Ah, shit.
Yeah, same guy. Yeah. Yeah, I was worried about them with the fires. Donnie he can tell like when the family has anxiety. So he was like, didn't eat. This is why it's dope to have dogs. Like we slept on the ground and we didn't bring he's a young pup. So he's always sleeps in the kennel at night. And, we didn't bring that. I don't give a fuck. We'll figure it out with the dog. You're rushing out. I'm not grabbing his fucking kennel. So Jay was like, man, what do we do with the dog? I was like, he'll sleep with us. He'll be fine. He'll sleep with us. And so it was Tiger, me in the middle, and then Boston. I was like, for sure, Donnie's going to sleep in the middle and be all cozy. Dude, he sat didn't even sleep on the bed. He was on the ground. He was just on guard all night. Sometimes lay down and sleep, then pop up, just be like this all night. I was telling my girl, I'm like, that's why she likes cats. I'm like, that's why you want a dog. How gangster is that? He knows we're under distress. He's on fucking duty. And he's not like some German Shepherd or whatever the fuck, Malinois. He's not a King Corso. He's kind of a bitch dog, but still, he's gangster about it, you know? He's gangster about it, just on fucking patrol, just this little pussy dog on patrol, just like whatever it takes, you know? Probably a DI higher, but still. Yeah, man, it's been crazy. I can't believe the kiddos had school today. Like, really? Okay. And then the studio's been shut down because, again, the winds. They always shut the power off with the winds. Heaven forbid you should bury the power lines. Whatever. It doesn't make too much sense. Let's take a little break, kids. Talking about all things UFC 311. That's right. UFC 311 is this freaking Saturday live from LA with all the chaos going on. The one thing that take your mind off all this tragedy is some high-level fighting in the UFC. And jump in on all the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, the official sports betting partner of the UFC. It's a stacked card. The lightweight, bantamweight titles are up for grabs in the co-main events. Super easy for first-timers to get started. Try bet on something simple like picking a fighter to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your fighter, and place your first bet. It's that simple. Good luck picking on this one. The fights are so competitive. They're so close. Best of luck. Flip a coin. May the best man win. Good luck. Speaking of stacked, if you're new to DraftKings, listen up. New customers, you bet $5 to get 200 in bonus bets instantly. It's an octagon inside a dome. It's UFC 311 right here in LA. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. Use the code SCHAUBSHOW. That's code SCHAUBSHOW for new customers to get 200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5 buckaroos. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort in Kansas. 21 and over. Age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio.
You guys think about moving at all, ever?
You want to go first, Case?
No, go ahead.
Oh, so I went to Brian's shows in Austin, right?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
So, dude, everyone that asked me questions about stuff, they're like, when are you guys going to move to Austin with all this stuff going on in California?
Yep.
Like, they're saying, that's like one of the number one questions when people would meet me at the shows.
When we leaving?
What? Yeah. Or going to Texas, they said. Texas, but Austin, I'm sure. They want you guys to go to Austin. They want you guys to keep doing shows. They go, why did you guys stop doing shows in Austin? I said, I don't know. I said,
I'm trying not to. It's on me. You know.
No, I definitely said that because you have to. You're putting more time in with your kids. Plus, you had that issue with your daughter where she was, ill. So
I shut down everything.
Yep. But that's like one of the main questions they were asking. Yeah. And Texas is bomb, dude. Obviously,
yeah, I don't know if Austin's the move. It's fucking woke as shit there.
Texas.
We can all pretend it's not. It's more woke than here. Austin. But Texas, like, I like Fort Worth. Like, if I'm going to Texas, I want proper fucking Texas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Case?
No, I don't think I'm going to leave.
You would never.
Not never, but not right now.
Yeah, I think my whole thing during the pandemic, I was usually go against the grain. Like all my good friends, like Theo was one of the first ones. He went to Nashville, but he was the first one to leave. And then Rogan, right? And obviously a bunch of people followed. Part of me is just like, I'm not going to copy. I'll hold it down here, you know? I'll hold it down here. I ain't going to run, you know? But it's like, are you running? It's not really running. It's you're dealing with incompetent government political officials. Like, I can't do anything about it. And even though, dude. So there's this why now I was like, we're not going to wait till the government tells us to get out. We're getting the fuck out, because if they tell you to get out, it's too late. They're morons. You can't rely on them. So I see a fire truck at the end of my street. I see a fire truck right up on the street, same street. They're just sitting there. No lights on, nothing, but there's fucking firefighters in them. So I have to manually fucking power my gate open so he can get out. But I walk up to him, what's going on, man? He's like, just, you know, with the winds and if it comes this way, man, it's going to come. And I said, oh, but we don't have to evacuate right now. He's like, not right now. But if those winds change, you're in some trouble. I said, you think you should evacuate? He goes, I would. I said, really? He goes, you have kids? Oh, yeah, I have a baby girl too. He goes, oh, yeah, I would not wait. He goes, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Mm-hmm. I said, say less, son. So we left that night.
As you should.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Case and I were talking before you got here, too, about how the pandemic, first of all, right, destroyed California pretty much.
Especially for what we do.
But thankfully, we were considered I forgot, it was like a necessary job.
We were
still able
labeled
to broadcast.
Yeah, we were labeled
essential. It was like
essential media, which is hilarious.
So we got lucky we got super lucky there, but it just ruined all the restaurants, and it was terrible.
It ruined the restaurants. It ruined the comedy scene.
It ruined a bunch.
Never
of things,
come back. Yeah, everyone's spread out.
But I was telling Case, I never thought in my lifetime I would experience something like that. And we did. And then the fires, we always have fires here. It's never been like this. The first time it's been this crazy. And then it really made me think, like, what the? My power was out at my apartment for 2 days.
Here's the
Just
thing.
that alone, dude.
That'll fuck you.
2 days, yeah.
Here's the thing, Chin. I can guarantee you can bet your bottom fucking dollar this isn't the last fire we deal with.
That's why it's opened my eyes.
And it's just a matter of time before that fire, those Santa Ana winds pick up and it heads our way.
Yeah.
It's not when. I can guarantee you it hits the valley. Maybe in 5 years, maybe in 10 years. We can guarantee it's going to come this way. Guarantee it. We got lucky this time. We got lucky with the winds.
I mean, it's still not even over yet, but yeah.
No, it's not
We're lucky
over.
right now so far.
We're lucky.
Yeah.
Guarantee it happens. So I don't know. It's just part of it's just to have a good life here, dude. Tiger with his baseball.
Of course, nobody wants to leave.
I know.
Nobody wants to leave.
The other thing is 60% of your income goes to the fucking taxes in California. How's that going, Chit? How's your tax dollars going?
Not good, dude.
Fucking terrible, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do not know. Yeah, closest I've ever been. There's a lot of factors that go into it. A lot of factors. I talked to Brian. Here's the thing you guys didn't know. I was going to surprise Brian, fly out Friday to Austin to surprise him for a special. But then we had no fucking power and my family needs me to stay. So I canceled my flight. I was supposed to leave Friday afternoon. I called Brian, was like, dude, I was going to surprise you, but the surprise is I'm not coming now because the fires, and he gets it. But I talked to Brian, we'll talk about this on Fire the Kid with Brian. I told Brian, like, if I'm Callan, he needs to be in Austin, man. I'm good. I don't need the comedy scene, man. I dip my toe in that pool, and I love a lot of those people. Don't like a lot of those people. Brian's one of them, man. It's not here anymore. He needs to be out there. And like my whole thing for Brian, like the pep talk that I gave him going to the mothership, is for all those comics out there, name a comic who's in Austin. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't care who you are. I told Brian, show them what the fuck is up. Y'all must have forgot. Brian's a fucking monster. He's a monster on stage. All those people at the mothership, Brian will run circles around them.
He killed it, dude.
Yes, he did.
Absolutely.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Of course he did. That's Brian. Y'all must have forgot. So I told Brian, bud, we'll figure out firing the kid. If I'm you and you can do it, you need to be in Austin. I don't rely on those people, thank God. Brian's been there for 30 years. He's a staple of that community. And because of COVID and the bullshit Me Too movement, he got kicked out of that club for whatever reason by a bunch of woke pussies. Y'all must have forgot. I told Brian, you show them what the fuck is up this Friday, Saturday. You go to the mothership, you show him what the fuck is up, dude. And he did exactly that. He needs to be around that. Not that he needs them as friends. Rogan's his buddy. Rest of them can kick fucking rocks. I don't care. He needs to go, because he's not doing sets in LA, right? They'll have all these other guys with actual accusations go on stage, but not Brian Cowan. He's been a member for 30 years. So fuck him. You go to Austin, dude, and you flex on him. That's what he did. But he needs to do it consistently. He should be doing sets every night, you know? Being in that zeitgeist. There's great guys there now. You got Shane Gillis over there. You got Tim Dillon. You got some great comics, man. Brian's just as good as all those guys. Mark Norman's there. Theo's there. You have these big acts coming in. It's like LA in 2019, 2018. It's there now. For Brian's future, he should be there. The rest we'll figure out. But he should absolutely be there. That was important for him. And I got mad at him. I said, you didn't post one fucking picture, dude. You posted nothing. You're shooting your comic sweats at the mothership? Nothing? He goes, oh, man, I can't believe I forgot.
It's Brian.
And then and I go,
I know.
It never crossed your mind? You go to his page, just all like promotion. It's just all promos.
I didn't see a promo for his special recording, though. Which I was like, what the?
Nothing. He goes, mothership's going to sell it no matter what. I go, you Joe Biden? You stupid? What are you doing?
You should still do it, obviously.
Yes.
But they were sold out.
But it doesn't matter.
I know what you're saying.
He just,
dude.
what? Not one. He goes, well, Troy Conrad was there, man. So hopefully he gets some pictures. I'm like, no. Fuck it.
Bri being Brian.
Yep. You got to love him.
Yep.
We'll talk about him firing the kid.
Yeah.
Thank God there was some fights this weekend. Back to some normalcy. I started watching at 1 o'clock, the prelims. That's how crunk your boy was. I was jonesing for it. And it was a great fight night. It was great. At the Apex, it was fantastic. Tiger's like, Dad, why is there nobody in the stands? I'm like, it's the Apex, man. It's prelims at the Apex. So what's the Apex? And you got to break that down for him, you know? He's like, whatever, dude. It was a great fight night. Great way to kick off the year. Some fucking phenomenal knockouts. Kopolov and Chris Curtis won. Obviously controversial. Cesar Almeida was wild. Ponzinibbio looked good. Mackenzie Dern, she is who we thought she is. She's finally coming around. I know she's attractive and all that, and we love her for that, but she has some fucking skills, dog. She's so talented. She's putting it together. Finally can see not as frantic, not as, she just looks good. She just looks 100% better than just a few fights ago. She's putting it together, Maybe coming to mama's helping out with that, but she's just calm, cool, collected, not forcing things, not forcing the offense. She's being more calculated and pulling shit off. Anyone goes to the ground with her, good luck. Amanda Ribas is black belt. Cool. This is different. Submitted her. She looks fantastic, man. Be huge for the UFC if she becomes champ. How the fuck do you not give her a performance of the night? Oh, she did get it. Thank God. And then UFC's all the way back this weekend, which they switched the Monday Night Football game, which was supposed to be at SoFi Stadium in LA. So just so you guys know, SoFi, most of you know this, but a lot of people don't. SoFi and the Clippers Arena, where UFC 311 is nowhere near the Fires. Nowhere near. LA's so big. It's nowhere near the Fires. Now you might be like, "Oh, it's 20 miles from the Fires. That's not that far." It's far. 20 miles in LA is 3 hours of traffic. It's going to take you 3 hours to get there in traffic. So I don't think the UFC would cancel it. The only reason you would is just because it's just a bad time to put on an event, you know? Like we're supposed to do the giveaway. The gentleman who won the giveaway Mustang, we're supposed to do it on Thursday. Probably the best time to do it. He's also close to the Fires. And then we're actually pushing another week. It's just not the time, man. You know? It's just not time to celebrate anything. It's just not. But the UFC is just, they're savages. Like I was talking to my boys in the group chat, like, think UFC's going to cancel? I'm like, A, they would have already done it if they even considered it. You know, they would have made that change a long time ago for ticket sales. B, they just don't. It's the UFC. They move at a different beat. They're just different.
Dana said that if they couldn't do LA, they would move it to Vegas, so it would still happen.
Yeah, you would know now though. Like they're not going to do it 2 days before with all the travel logistics, the ticket sales. Like they're not going to do it. Teach their own. Yeah, UFC just beats their own drum. But you got a major pay-per-view, and it is a barn burner. It's stacked. This card. Now, matchup-wise, it's one of the best cards in a hot second. Everything matchup-wise, skill-wise, is such a high level. Does that mean you're going to get the most entertaining card if you're casual? I don't know. But I'm excited to see how Merab deals with Umar. I'm excited to see how Umar deals with the pressure from Merab. With Islam and Arman Tsarukyan. I'm rooting for Tsarukyan. He's one of my favorite fighters. I hope Tsarukyan can do it. Tough ask. Obviously, they fought before. It was Arman's first fight in the UFC. His UFC debut was on short notice. That being said, remember, when you take a short notice fight, it's also tougher on Islam. And Islam did an interview. I was going back watching Islam and Arman. I was going back watching, and Islam barely knew who Arman was. He was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'll fight him. He wasn't aware of like his wrestling pedigree, any of that stuff. He was like, yeah, whatever. So you're good. And obviously Islam won that fight, but it's close. But just shows you how talented Arman is. I just, if you look at from that fight, the level of difficulty, how good the guys have gotten, they've both gotten exceptionally better. But the problem is Islam's just this much better, and they're both getting better. He still has that advantage, you know? I hope Arman can beat him. I think it's going to be a home game for him with Armenians here in LA. There's a ton of Armenians here. So I think he has a home field advantage there. I'm rooting for him. I hope he gets it done. I would not bet on it. It's a very tough fight for him. Arman's your champion if there's no Islam. Remember how good Gustafsson is? Top 5 light heavyweights of all time. So fucking talented. The issue is he was born around the same time Jon Jones was. So if there's no Jon, Gustafsson's your best to ever do it. He's your GOAT. Unfortunately for him, there was a Jon Jones who just happened to be that much better. Tsarukyan might be the Alexander Gustafsson of the lightweight division, unfortunately. Because for him to get it done, he's going to have to do in the first 3 rounds. Cardio, that 4th and 5th. We'll see how that goes, you know? But Islam's a motherfucker. Islam's a bad mamma jamma. But I'm rooting for Tsarukyan. Rooting for Merab, too. Everyone's like, oh, you're anti-Dagestani. No, I'm not. I'm rooting against them like I root against the Chiefs. I'm fucking sick of them winning. How about that? Okay? I didn't root for the Patriots when they're on their fucking reign. I don't root for the Lakers. I do root for the Dodgers, and they're pretty dominant. But still, I'm just sick of seeing them win everything. I don't dislike them. I have nothing against Muslims or Dagestan. None of that shit. I'm just sick of seeing them win. I'm sick of Patrick Mahomes. I'm sick of Travis Kelce and fucking Taylor Swift. I'm sick of it. I want to see somebody else. How about that? Does that make sense? I'm not anti-Dagestani. I'm just fucking get somebody else in there. Let's mix it up, for God's sakes. Let's take a little break here, and then we'll jump right back into UFC 311. This episode of The Schaub Show is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Do you ever find yourself playing the budget game? Shifting a little money here, a little there, hope it all works out for the best? Well, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive, you can be a better budgeter and potentially lower your insurance bill too. It's that easy. You tell Progressive what you want to pay for your car insurance. They'll find you options within your budget, giving you multiple options so you pick the best option for you and your situation. Try it today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Not available in all states. Progressive. And you hear Merab and Umar both dealing with injuries, which sucks. Really hoping Merab can win that one. Merab's best chance, I think Merab's going to have some difficulty, especially 1 through 3. He needs to win at least one of those rounds, 1 through 3. And then 4 and 5, he needs to melt Umar. But rounds 1 through 3, it's all going to be about the pressure from Merab. He has to apply so much pressure. All those shots. Umar's a motherfucker. I just think you got to bank on that 4th and 5th, capitalize in 4th and 5th. 1 through 3 is going to be a fucking nightmare for him. But even if it's a nightmare, just don't get finished. Just pressure. No matter what, pressure, takedowns. So you have to be in phenomenal shape. So is Umar. He's going to be defending a shit ton of takedowns. So we'll see, We'll fucking see. But yeah, I want Merab and Arman. Would not bet on either of them. Yuri Jamal Hill, great match. Again, all these matchups are so dope, so close. It just depends who brings their A game, whose game plan works. A lot of this card, it's like if each guy fights 10 times, I can see the other one win in 5. That's how fun this card is. With Yuri and Jamal, it's tough for me to pick Yuri because his defense is so bad. He just gets punched in the face, and Jamal hits so fucking hard. I know you don't like him and the internet. I don't give a fuck. If you're just talking about fighting styles, Jamal's a motherfucker, And what's on the line for both these guys? Oof. Talk about life-changing. Whoever loses this one, it's going to get tough. You're talking about 185. That ain't the fucking move. He gets hit too much. Jamal Hill wants another shot at Alex. You lose this one, that's gone. So for both guys, it's kind of this fork in the road. Career's gonna keep going for at least another 2-3 fights. Somebody, it's kind of over. That's what you're dealing with. And Yuri, it's just it'd be tough to put money on him. He's such a good fighter. It'd be tough to put money on him. He just gets hit too fucking much. His defense is atrocious. We love him. Samurai goes to the mountains for a month, hides in the dark, does all that shit, grows his hair out. We all love him. He's on the treadmill, whatever, doing his thing. Fucking, cool. His defense is so bad, you would not put money on him, especially with a heavy puncher. You just wouldn't. At light heavyweight, you can't have bad defense. Sure as fuck can at middleweight. Don't even get me started with heavyweight. So he's kind of fucked. But again, he's such a wild boy. He'll throw a flying fucking knee, a spinning back elbow, and it lands, and he gets the win. And he's tough to deal with. He's chaos and unpredictable. But a guy who gets hit that much, I would not put money on. I'd put money on Jamal Hill in that fight. I know you guys don't like him. I know. I get it. But Jamal Hill's a talented dude. He's champion for a reason. Hasn't handled, his loss is very good, but no reason to hate the guy. Dariush Mikado. What version of Dariush are we getting? What version of Beneil Dariush are we getting? Is this it? Is he too long in the tooth? Took too much damage? He's had some bad KOs, man. Bad KOs. For Mikado, this is a great test for him. Dariush is, when it comes to grappling, would absolutely dominate. The Charles Oliveira one was bad. The Tsarukyan knee was bad. Before that, though, he was on a nasty fucking streak. Kevin Hall and RDR is fun.
Oh. Yeah. Yep.
Kevin Hall and RDR is a great way to start off the main card. Great fight. Again, this one, it's up in the air. What version of Kevin Hall are you going to get? Is he going to keep it on the feet? Use his kind of unpredictable style? Goes to the ground. RDR has a huge advantage. Kevin Hall's a black belt. I know. He's not a black belt like RDR. RDR can definitely take it on, submit him. RDR did not look great in his debut.
He kind of reminded me of Yuri. When you're talking about Yuri, like it's just
you're like,
wild.
what the fuck are you doing? Put your hands up sometimes. Yeah. So, and Kevin Holland's, unpredictable, tough guy to figure out. Talks to the crowd, talks to his opponents and shit. Tough fight for RDR, but and RDR's defense is so bad. Peyton Talbot, yeah.
I don't know anything about his opponent though. Let me see. Oh, he beat Christian Quinones.
His opponent's been in the UFC for a hot fucking second.
This is first time. Yeah, I don't remember his name.
He lost 4 out of his last 6. He got starched by Umar. Yeah, and Peyton's
badass though.
Slow down. Get these wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, Peyton's a badass. 2 performance of the nights. Great placement on the card. Good way for people to get, on that bandwagon. Amita, Spivak. Heavyweight, light heavyweight is just fucking trash, man. What else you got, Chin? Where are you going to watch the fight?
I haven't even thought about that yet.
Buffalo Wild Wings, some shit?
Well, your power's back on, right?
It's back on, yeah.
He doesn't really watch at home, though. He goes with his friends.
I go places usually. Or even with Nick. Sometimes I do the Nick's live stream.
Nick said he's going to go to the fights.
Oh, okay.
What are you going to do, Case?
I will watch it at home, get some chicken parmigiana,
Oh, wow.
watch the fights with the lady and the dogs.
And no alcohol. He's dry Jan.
Welcome to the team. Why don't you try that, Chin?
Yeah, that's not happening.
Do you want to know?
Chin's like, that's not happening.
We were supposed to do it together. We've been having those fun Friday pizza parties and getting all banged up, and we were, throwing them back. And I was like, I think I'm going to do dry January. And Chin was like, I'll do it with you. And we dapped on it. We looked deep into one another's eyes and agreed we would do it together. And then January 1, cracks a beer right in front of me.
You can't help it, man.
I don't like being controlled. man.
Controlled? No one's controlling you, man. It's just a fun thing between friends, dude. Don't take it that serious. You'll feel so much better not drinking, Case.
I did.
Life changer for me.
But he has...
He is what?
I won't say it.
What?
Diarrhea.
For not drinking?
I don't know.
Maybe because his body's just like flushing out
Diarrhea?
all that
I don't know
toxin.
why diarrhea is such a bad rap.
That's true. When you actually get rid of a lot of it, it feels amazing.
Yeah, man. I don't know what the marketing, the fucking fake news on diarrhea, man. Okay. So it's not coming out solid. Who gives a fuck? It's a big
sometimes
deal.
it's the best
It shouldn't
feeling.
stop you. You know what that is, too? Dude, but diarrhea.
Yeah, I know.
If
I don't want to get
stop
diarrhea. That's the only reason.
What do you got?
Were you able to see this? Khabib getting kicked off a
I just heard, but he's flying emergency, right?
Yeah, the exit row.
Yeah, so you always have to confirm a yes. You can't just like nod your head like yes.
So no, from what he said, at least, as far as his statement, we can play this, but the audio is like very low.
They said they felt uncomfortable with his grasp of English. Hey,
His English is pretty damn good.
I mean, yeah, you can see if no one knows who he is, like, what the fuck? But
You can hear this though.
It's not about the language.
know how to help you, and now you guys, because this woman don't understand us, don't understand what she
this is on Frontier.
Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're either gonna have you switch your seat because my flight attendants are not allowing you to sit in the exit row, or you're gonna have to get off this plane and then we'll have to leave it because they're not comfortable with you sitting in the emergency exit. My flight attendants.
They're not comfortable.
Yeah, and so even Javier Mendez, like people are saying, this is just that
Racial profiling.
basically because he can speak the language, but then they look at him too. They probably think he looks
the
kind of
beard.
like wild.
Yeah, the beard.
But so Khabib has a statement on that as well.
First of all, I need to clarify this was Frontier, not Alaska Air. Lady who comes to me.
Hold on, 1 sec. Here we go.
First of all, I need to clarify it was Frontier, not Alaska Air. Lady who comes to me with questions was very rude from the very beginning. Even though I speak very decent English and can understand everything and agreed to assist, she insists on removing from my seat. What was the base for that? Racial, national, or other? I'm not sure. But after 2 minutes of conversation, she called security and I was deplaned from the aircraft. After 1.5 hours, I boarded another airline one and left to my destination. I did my best to stay calm and respectful, as you can see on the video, but those crew members could do better next time. Just be nice with the clients.
Yeah.
Why is Khabib flying Frontier?
That was one of the funny because it is a budget airline, you know.
Isn't he a billionaire or some shit?
Yeah,
But still, yeah, what are they doing? Frontier, what are you doing? Bad look.
definitely.
And it's ironic because he's probably the most equipped in
Oh
an
my
emergency
God.
to take care of himself and others. Like he could have just shown a highlight reel of his fights and be like, I'm
You
fine.
tell me on that plane, no one was like, that's Khabib.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Something he's the greatest fighter of all time. Like, we actually would vote for him to be in that seat if shit hits the fan. He's actually more trained in high pressure situations than even your pilots. I think he should be in that seat. Don't let the beard confuse you. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
all stupid.
My flight attendants don't feel comfortable. It's like, why?
I'm like, well, what do I do?
Let's start with this one. So Mark and Lex sent us this as well. So Tyson Fury saying that he's retiring from boxing.
Yeah, I don't know if I buy it. I love him. I absolutely adore Tyson. This is well documented. But also, it might be a negotiation tactic to fight Anthony
Joshua?
Yeah.
But I'll just play it real quick.
Get up! Hi, everybody. I'm going
the
to make
best.
this short and sweet. I'd like to announce my retirement from boxing. It's been a blast. I've loved every single minute of it. And I'm going to end with this. Dick Turpin wore a mask.
What's that?
God bless everybody.
Case?
So we looked it up. The phrase is like, at least Dick Turpin wore a mask. It implies like you felt as though you've been robbed or cheated.
Oh, gotcha.
But then you
Against Usyk.
didn't see the actual face, but
Yeah.
he's saying like, yeah, he knows exactly who's robbing him, I guess.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I think it's a calculated move. to
It's
get more-
everywhere,
to-
too.
Yeah, to get more money from Anthony Joshua or whoever's putting that fight on. He'll fight Anthony Joshua. I love him though, and I like when guys retire, especially on top. Do your thing, Doug. He's made more money than God, so all good if he does retire. He's had a great career, and I love him. I bet I would be willing to, if I had to bet on it, I bet he fights Joshua next.
All right.
Maybe not this year, maybe next year, but I bet he comes out. He's gonna get bored as fuck sitting home.
He always said he had an issue too. Like when he doesn't have anything to do, depression starts sinking in. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So this is just a rumor reported by someone named Ruben Carter that Jon Jones and Tom Aspinall already verbally agreed to for UFC 316.
I like this Ruben Carter guy. He always does breaking news, but I don't know if there's any actual evidence of this. But I wouldn't be like breaking news is confirmed. I said they would fight in June, weeks ago. That's when it's supposed to happen. It should happen then.
Yeah. that'd be
Rogan even
amazing.
came out and clarified. He was like, John's asked for $30 million. He's like, I have no confirmation. Dana was like, dude, that's bullshit.
Yeah. So Chael Sonnen reacted to that too as well. But let me just play Chael's clip.
Joe Rogan has put out a correction to a story that we knew needed correcting.
Rumor is that he wants $30 million. Dana contacted me, said that rumor's bullshit.
The level of silliness, I was truly blown away by this. Joe thought we settled on the biggest number that came out of a guy's mouth. It's a really weird thing to get wrong, to believe in the first place. But Joe's now come out and he fixed it. He said, I'm an idiot. But then Joe said something else. I really liked it. Rogan says Jon Jones can come back at any time. Joe Rogan is right. Jon Jones can walk for now. If time went by, a year, 3 years, if Tom was still champion, decisive and clear, if Tom wasn't champion at all, Jon Jones's next fight would be for the heavyweight championship of the world.
Yeah. I think it's good. Rogan was, saw 30 million, said something, and Dana was like, dude, that's bullshit. He's like, all right. I send stuff all the time. I'm like, dude, look at this fight. Rogan be like, let me ask the boss. I'm like, Dana said it's complete bullshit. I'm like, oh, fuck.
I mean, but it still could be real, right? We just...
I doubt it.
Okay. Yeah, speaking of Dana, so I think we did talk about Dana joining Meta. Was it on...
He's on the board, I think,
board,
on Golden Hour.
Oh, that's what we
Tuesday.
talked about it. Okay, yeah.
I haven't seen you guys since Tuesday.
That's been forever. But anyways, just for very simple reasons, like Dana is like one of the best entrepreneurs with creative mind, like... Oh, this is Zuckerberg talking about how he can hire Dana because he controls the company.
So basically, he goes, so it's like, all right, who are the people I want? I just want the best entrepreneurs and people who have create different things. Yeah, no doubt. Listen, this whole thing with Zuck, who's like, yeah, can you believe that they were controlling and suppressing people? Yeah, bitch, and you're part of it. Just because you grew out your hair and you do jiu-jitsu now, you're not one of us. But, okay, it's never too late to make a change. At least he's corrected it. He's doing it to protect his ass. He's still a cuck. But people are always like, oh, you're upset he's making a change? No. And I forgive him. All good. I forgive you. You donated to the Biden campaign. You suppressed information. You're part of the problem. You're massively part of the problem, pushing this misinformation and taking down people's accounts. We're such important part of the problem, and you're changing your ways now because it's cool. You're going with the wind to protect your ass because you're in the lawsuit that Trump did file. So you're doing this to protect your ass and you grow out your hair. and you're trying to look like a tough guy. And some people are buying it because they're morons. They probably wear a mask. So the thing is, I forgive you. Welcome, buddy. But I don't forget. Welcome, but I don't forget. It's like buying a pit bull from the pound. He's cute as fuck. And I forgive him for biting whoever the fuck he bit. But I don't forget around the kids. You know what I'm saying? So Zuck, cool. Welcome to the right side of history, dude. You finally came around. You took tampons out of the men's bathroom. Congratulations. You were the guy who put them in there. You're the guy who donated to the Biden campaign. You're the guy that took money from them and suppressed information. And now it's not cool. And now that Trump's president, you're like, man, can you believe they did that? It was insane. They were super hostile. Could have been too hostile. You donated money to them. Again, I forgive you. Welcome.
He's evolving.
You're still a cuck. You're still not fooling me. You're still not one of us. I forgive, but I don't forget. Let's take a little break here, kids. This is the last one, I promise, because this episode of the Schaub Show is brought to you by Sure Shot. That's right. You're going to be watching 311 with your boys, having a few brewskis, hoping Tsarukyan pulls it off. Maybe he doesn't. You have a little more to drink. Well, what if I told you you can drink that and still wake up the next morning feeling refreshed thanks to Sure Shot? That's right. Pick up a 4-pack. Get on Amazon, TikTok Shop. Get it at a Bevmo, wherever you want. You're going to want this because you can have that extra shot, have that extra drink with the boys watching 311 and still sober up in little as 30 freaking minutes. That's right. Sure Shot's the world's first alcohol detoxifier that reduces blood alcohol content in little as 30 minutes. You wake up, sharper mind and body, liver support, well-being boost, gut support, hydration. All right. So if you're going to go out and have some drinks with the boys, make sure you have your companion right there. We're talking about Sure Shot. Go to SureShot.com, promo code Brendan, get 10% off, or pick it up at a Bevmo or from Amazon, TikTok Shop. It's all over. Sure Shot's taking over. He sobers you up 30 minutes or less. Good luck. Enjoy the fights. Have a drink on me.
Alrighty. There's quite a few bout announcements, some pretty cool ones. So we know now that Leon Edwards is fighting Jack Della Maddalena, yeah.
But this is in London?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah. That's going to be a great fight night. When is it?
What does it say there? July? No.
That's a long time away.
March 22nd at the O2.
Okay, not too bad. Great fucking fight.
And tell me what you think of this. So don't worry about the headline here, but Dominick Cruz is going to be fighting Rob Font. He's saying that Henry Cejudo is, running away from him, but Rob Font.
Great. And I think it's his last one,
Yep,
right?
he said he'll retire after that.
Yeah, good for him. I love Rob, but definitely rooting for my boy Dominic.
Yeah.
Glad he's coming back for one more go around.
He had a bunch of injuries, and I think he's finally like...
One of the best to ever do it.
And now Henry Cejudo will be fighting Songyadong.
Ooh, in Seattle. Yeah. That's a good fight. When's that fight?
February 22nd, Seattle Wash.
All right, not far away. Yeah, I'm going to have to watch the fights this Saturday. I'm going to have to find a venue in Kissimmee because I go to Florida on Thursday to do some work for Meekum. They have their big auction out there.
Oh, fuck, Kissimmee.
So I fly back Sunday morning in time for Tigers football game. But I got to find somewhere to watch the fights out there in Kissimmee.
I'm sure there's tons. And plus, dude, I know you're probably not going to do it, but the fishing there is amazing.
Yeah, ain't nobody had time to fish.
I know, dude. That's one of my dream spots.
I got to find these UFC fights.
Okay.
Is there any bad place to fish in Florida?
No, Florida's just the bomb. But Kissimmee is like well known. Brandon Royval versus Manel Kape at the Apex. And Brandon's upset because it's at the Apex.
Dana's looking at him going, you know why?
Why?
But Dana's going, you know why? Because you guys are tiny.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, you guys are tiny and nobody tunes in. They're so talented. I love Brandon Royval. Love him.
Yeah, it's a great fight.
Great fight. Dude, take my fucking money. But Dana's looking at him going, you know.
Tiny.
Hey, you know why?
All right. We did discuss this before, I believe, but Rampage Jackson and Rashad Evans are boxing.
Interesting.
Yeah. Albuquerque, New Mexico, for something called ICS Mania.
Is it in that bar? You guys know I love my boy Rampage, and I go way back with Rashad. But is it, real quick, is it in that Texas Roadhouse back there?
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
But then they're using old pictures of them too. Like, I don't know what's going on here.
No, I don't either.
But I mean, money once again, right?
Yeah, hopefully the boys are getting paid. I'll watch it.
Let's go to this one. Actually,
dirty. But Ditch's point system, good for them.
Yeah. So I didn't realize it had that weird point system.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't.
Do you know they use a smart cage?
Yes, I heard that. Which makes no sense because how's it smart?
Ditch's point system, why? Because nobody gives a fuck?
Yeah. But anyways, so they went from the tournament from $1 million to the winner to now to $500,000. 50%.
That's never
cut,
good
man.
luck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I'll tell you who's going to put a fucking stomp a mud hole in PFL is GFL. GFL system's so much better with the team aspect.
Oh, I
the
thought you were
drafting.
joking.
No, not at
Oh,
all.
okay.
No, GFL's going to dominate. They'll take over PFL within months. Yeah, the people behind it, like PFL has some good people behind it. The team concept.
GFL, yeah.
GFL, yeah.
This one, I'm sure we probably talked about it already, but I didn't realize the Adesanya versus Imavov card is a fight night.
Oh, interesting.
It's on February 1st, Riyadh.
It's in Riyadh.
But yeah.
Let me see the rest of the card. You see Izzy Strand Whitaker?
Yeah, that's the current event too.
Ooh,
I mean,
that card's tasty. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at the moon.
And man,
Look at the moon.
Top heavy for sure, but
Super top heavy. Ooh, Sweet and Low's fighting.
Jordan Love.
Hell yeah. James McKinney, I love him.
Yeah.
Frost fighting, all right. Who's tits on the bottom left? Yeah, that card's fun. That's a great fight night.
It's a long, I guess maybe Case can edit it, but this is Mike Bisping talking about, remember how you were talking talking about how Tsarukyan was doing a movie.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize it's a movie with him and O'Shea Jackson Jr., Den of Thieves 2.
Yeah.
Gerard Butler as well. So this is a story about.
He looks ridiculous with that dude right now, by the way. That doesn't fit.
I wonder how he's going to sound. Yeah. But here we go.
We had to do some weapons training. And the guy that was running the weapons training takes his job very, very seriously, and rightly so. You know, I mean, it's, you know, you're handling real weapons and stuff like that. So he was training myself and O'Shea Jackson, and he was treating us like a drill sergeant. You know, he was screaming at us and making us walk properly. And so it looked legit on the film, of course. And he's screaming in our faces, like, if I ever see anyone messing around with these guns, if I see you point a gun at anybody, you are off this set. Anyway, Cyril Gahn was supposed to be on, and his flight was delayed or something, and he showed up late, and he showed up halfway through this session, and he missed the screaming part about if you point a gun. And the man that was running it, he's very, very good at what he does. I'm not saying anything bad about him. It's a very serious job, and it's not a game, you know, when you're dealing with these kinds of weapons. Of course, you know, there's been accidents over the years. But Cyril missed the debrief, if you will, and he says to him, have you ever held a gun? And Cyril, in his French accent, he goes, yes, but of course. And he grabs the gun and he points it in his face and goes, pa, 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 pa. And he starts like acting like a spy and doing like forward rolls and stuff. And the guy just had smoke coming out of his ears. He was so mad, and I was just in hysterics because this guy had just given us so much shit for so long. But anyway, Cyril Gahn's in the movie, as you say, Rico Verhoeven, who I got to know a lot better. He's an absolutely awesome guy, and a few other familiar faces as well. I'll tell you.
That's hilarious. Of
He did
course.
full
He's like, pow, 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 ta-ta, ta-ta, ta-ta. That's hilarious.
This is also a
God,
picture
dog
of Arman Tsarukyan.
I mean, best bodied MMA. Good God. He's just short, but still.
Yeah, that's
Jacked.
crazy jacked.
God. Dog, look at them abs.
It's going to be me at the end of dry January.
Dude, that's you, bro. Brian's about to bust a nut if you bring this up on Fire the Kid.
Oh, if he sees Case in a month,
Well, Case
he's
for
gonna
sure,
bust a
but
nut.
God, Tsarukyan's fucking jacked.
Yeah.
He knows this is his toughest test, you know? He knows.
Somebody said he looks like he ate Michael Chandler.
That's actually super funny because he does look.
Damn.
Yeah, he's jacked. This one I just saw pop up on Uncrowned as well. Oh, you liked it, Bren. So Robbie Lawler versus Mike Perry. The BKFC president says they're working on it, but then they have to work with the UFC to make it happen.
BKFC,
Even though he's retired.
they're just losing traction because, you know, Perry hasn't fought forever, you know? Last time he fought was, what, Jake Paul? That was even BKFC?
No, it was boxing, right? Yeah.
Yeah. You got to get fighters for Perry.
But how do you like that fight?
Phenomenal fight.
Right? If it's
Phenomenal.
actual bare knuckle, that's going to be crazy.
They have to back up them brink trucks for fucking Robbie Lawler to take bare knuckle. Being retired, he's like, get me out of bed. So I don't know what that number is going to be, but it's going to be hefty for a legend like that. Hopefully he gets paid.
Did you know that Shavkat Rakhmonov has a sister?
That looks
That
exactly
fights?
like him, right?
And apparently she's like 3-0, I think.
Yeah, I've seen her fuck some people up.
Right there. But yeah, I didn't know he had a sister, and they do look very, very similar.
Yes.
So three fight win streak. And then you already mentioned this, but yeah, Israel Adesanya and Robert Whitaker are training together now.
Love that. Look how jacked Whitaker is. Look at his. Look at the difference between their necks.
Yeah. His neck's out almost.
I'd like to see Whitaker go 205. I think you do some real damage there. 205 weight class is weak, too.
Yeah, Whitaker looks bigger than I thought.
Oh, dude.
Considering Adesanya is
he's
like,
short and he's fucking big, dude. Yeah, I'd love to see him at 205. I think he'd do some real fucking damage.
hell yeah. I mean, that's it. The fights.
That's it. Yeah, UFC 311 in L.A. Makhachev, Tsarukyan, Merab, Umar, Yuri, Jamal, Dariush, Makano, Kevin Holland, RDR, Peyton Talbot is on the damn card. This thing is pure fire. Make sure you tune in. It's going to be great. If you're at the Mecum car auction in Kissimmee in Florida, come say what's up to your boy. I'll be out there. I need a place to watch the fights. Let me know the best place to watch in Kissimmee. I will be out there with the crew. So come say what's up. Enjoy UFC 311. For those of you in Los Angeles, especially with the fire-affected areas, please be safe. Sorry everything happened to you guys. What can you do? All right, that's it. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, do all the YouTube stuff. Love you guys. See you next time.